for the Flex Seal family of products. Get the Flex Seal family of products at these fine retailers.
Today on the Weather Channel, starting at 1, Storm Stories, the next chapter. Then at 2, 2 episodes of Mayday Air Disaster.
I see this happen and I think, oh, that guy's going to spin out. His car's going to stall.
Oh, this guy's going to lose control.
If anything, the car is just going to be flooded out, and that'll be the end of it.
What happens next?
Well, think you know the answer to this question? Well, you find out if you're right tonight at 9/8 Central, only here on the Weather Channel. If you've ever seen one of these episodes, they are nerve-wracking, Melissa.
But you're leaving me with a cliffhanger there. I mean,
know,
I don't
you
know how
got
deep
to.
the water is. I don't know if he goes into a sinkhole or the car flips over. Can't wait to find out.
All right, it's time now to get a look at the tropics because a lot of people are curious. We're at peak hurricane season. We got a lot of things circled. Well, let's find out the latest. And not just in the Atlantic either. We got busyness in the Pacific too, Dr. Posto.
Yeah, and what I think happens to that car is that a shark attacks it. I'm not positive, but I think that might be the case. And actually, I'm kidding. But let's get to the tropics right now because there is a lot more out there than even yesterday. No surprise as we head toward the heart of the hurricane season. You got a whole bunch of circles out there and a couple of them closer to home. Let's look at the one that I think has some reasonable chance at development. It is actually, it looks like a trough of low pressure. You can see a little bit of a curvature in the wind field like that, an area of a strip of low pressure. Not a whole lot of thunderstorm activity with it, but there is some, and it will be moving westward. It's about 1,000 miles off the east coast of the United States. But it should steadily move westward over the next several days with, some chance of development. And I want to point out that the models are not really bullish on this thing. I mean, they're generally keeping it relatively benign. But it will be moving westward, and it will probably bring some unsettled weather, if nothing else, to the East Coast. So residents all the way, let's say, from Virginia down through North Florida, just keep an eye on this thing over the next several days because some unsettled weather coming in off the Atlantic is a reasonable bet later on in the week. Elsewhere, we've got an upper trough here. Now, this has been producing a lot of showers and thunderstorms on its periphery. You can see some here, some here, some here. None of those are really likely to develop over the next several days. But look at what we've got in terms of impacts for our friends in the Bahamas and interests in Florida. And we're going to see some unsettled weather, more so than we might typically see on a September afternoon, with more organized showers and thunderstorms rolling in, not just today, but probably over the next couple of days into Florida. And if you add up the rainfall amount over the next several days, probably through the end of the week, we could see 1 to 2, 3 to 5 inch amounts locally. So it's not going to rain every hour of every day, but it will be stormier than many days we see in September. Elsewhere in the eastern Atlantic, lots of things are swirling around out there, and some of them have a good opportunity to become a tropical depression or a named storm over the next 5 days on their westward path, much like this model suggests. Now, we don't have to worry about any close encounters with these things for a long time to come, if ever. But they are, for the next several days, going to be moving westward and maybe even moving somewhat westward beyond that as we head into next weekend. We may be dealing with some interesting circulations out here, perhaps some tropical cyclones to pay close attention to.